Welcome to Silum Comitatus. I'm Kai. The great teacher of Tao Chuang Tzu once had a dream that he was a butterfly flying here and there. In the dream, he was not aware of his individuality as a person. He was just a butterfly. Suddenly, he awoke to find himself lying in his bed, a person again. But then he thought, was I a man who dreamt of that I was a butterfly? Or am I a butterfly who is dreaming of being a man? We talk a lot about reality, whether we are living in the matrix or the real reality. The consensus is no, we're not living in the real reality, but some sort of computer game. As I have mentioned before, the moment we see reality, we cease to be. But what is the reality tunnel anyways? It's not a movie, even though the title sounds like it. The reality tunnel is a theory that states that through the mental filters that we have, which are formed from our beliefs and experiences, each individual interprets the same world differently. In other words, truth is in the eye of the beholder. But of course, you already knew that. The reality tunnel is the system that you created in your mind. You gave that system different file names. Some you call things I want. You call others things I don't want. Others you call things I like. And others you called things that I can accept and things I cannot accept in my life. To the things I want file, you added a rule. The rule said, if I get what I want and how I want it, I will be happy. If I don't get it, I will be angry, sad, disappointed, anxious, depressed, etc. To the file of things you don't want, you also added a rule. The rule said, I must do everything possible not to get any of the things I don't want, even if I'm not sure what that is I don't want. And so, consciously or unconsciously, you began to set internal rules for yourself. Now, take into account that all your rules and life experiences you live absolutely within yourself. This is something that is hard for most people to understand. Let's pretend that someone physically hurt you, someone cut you or punched you or something. Where is the pain you feel? Is it in the person? Is it outside of you? Of course not. That's a stupid idea, correct? You're the one feeling the pain, not the other person. It's no different if someone does something that hurts you emotionally. The emotional pain you feel is completely and absolutely within you. It's not in me. It's not in the person who apparently hurt you. And it's not in anything outside of you. But you suffer. You suffer because you're living a different reality than the one you created in your mind. The cause of your suffering is creating a different reality in your mind and expecting that reality to be your reality. In other words, if in your mind, I should say, you created a way of living with all its rules that I'm sure you have no idea about. If for some reason the things you are experiencing don't look like the ones you've created, you suffer. So, if things go the way you want, you're happy. If they don't turn out the way you want, you're angry, you're stressed, you're anxious, you're miserable, and the whole world has to change for you to be happy with yourself. But what do you want? Your wish is that things turn out the way you want them to turn out. We spend our life fighting for things to be the way we want, and we have difficult times accepting what is. But you can avoid feeling bad about yourself if you understand that the vast majority of things that happen have nothing, absolutely nothing to do with you. Let me give you this example. You're living with someone who annoys you to no end. Before, you liked everything about her, but now everything about her annoys you. In your mind, you think that she is the one with the problem and not you. That's because, according to you, she changed her ways. She no longer wants to do what you want to do. Or maybe she doesn't do anything at all and you can't take it anymore. What you don't understand is that this feeling you have can only be experienced by you. No one, not your wife, children, brothers, absolutely no one can feel what you feel. Imagine that you're on the street and you see a man arguing with himself. He said out loud, "You're not going to do that. You know that it hurts you and it's a bad idea for you to do it." And he answers himself, "But I need to. If I don't, I can't. Well, what do I do?" It annoys me that they think that, but I don't know who I am. They don't know who I am. I'm going to show them who I am. What will you think about that person? That he has some sort of mental issues, right? Well, that's exactly what we do. Difference is that we do it mentally. So will you say that you have a mental problem? Of course not. What a person does has everything to do with himself and absolutely nothing to do with you. His behavior has everything to do with the system he created. It has to do with the way he was programmed. And why is that important? It's important because when you know things have nothing to do with you, you don't take it personally. You look at them as if you were seeing someone else going through the situation, kind of like seeing things from the distance. Tony DeMello said that we are slaves to what we're not aware of. It's important to have awareness of your ways, but if you are aware of something that affects you and you do nothing to change it, it is because that something offers you something bigger than the pain you may be feeling. In your reality tunnel, there's only desire and fear. You want something and you fear you won't get it. You get it and you fear losing it. And one way or another, you keep yourself dancing to a song that has no end between fear and desire. Let's continue until the lambs become lions. I'll see you on the next episode.